had a dream, I had a vision. I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always running for attention, and I got the gun you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't break me.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. Brooks now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Burrow buying some time right. Ball is out. Burrow lost it. This one bounces out of bounds right at the line, so it'll stay with the offense here.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Let's get to the game here to Chase Brown. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here we go, here we go.
First down, and they go right back to it. Like the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get it behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
This one will not connect. That's incomplete. They are testing this coverage on the opening drive, but it's holding up so far. 3rd down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass. Not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
He beams one deep right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. He'll take it from the 1. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Hey, lie.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Connection made. Travis Etienne. Along the right sideline, there's space. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Brooks now on the return. Making some progress here. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And now it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
That's good for a Bengals.
Here we go.
First down.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete.
11. Here we go. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get wins of that late. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
So 20 yards on that play. And the Bengals have a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's get set. 180. Stop.
Now we'll give up the middle to Huron. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brown? Gets a gain of 5, third down coming up.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. Offense is set. First and 10.
First and 10 at the
13-yard
line.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. So we'll have it at the 35 before the return hits the sideline.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Buys time, rolling right. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it.
Their first pick of the game comes at an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Pass it downfield. It's Chase. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with a receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. This son.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Lawrence working from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
I can promise you that is a throw, and it's a quarterback when it leaves your hands, you do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
Hey.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
Burrow back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here we go. Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
Straight ahead they go with Piron. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. Ryan Rico headed back out for the punt. Parker Washington to return this for the Jags. He's got it. And he gets him a nice choke on that return on the final play of our 1st quarter. That's the end of 1. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll take over here following that punt to end the 1st. Lawrence with it on 1st. It's everything he has under this one. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Hey, run.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. It is caught left side. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Think right.
A gain of 29 yards.
Fred.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Now we give to ETN running right. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock. You already got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards. I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
You see this all the time. The number 1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Gun. Shot. Hey, can. 12. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. Finds Chase on the slant. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Just a yard left to go on second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Right, 80. Plays hot. Stop.
Brown on the inside give. Has some daylight through the 40. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. For the number 1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop.
Hey, that's a run that's going home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they're going to down by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Here we go.
First and 10.
Good play action here. Burrow. He stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him what looks like the 27 on that completion. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's another Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 27.
Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's second down coming up. A run with Brown. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, and less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Burrow on first down. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 7. Kevin McPherson with the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Quint Allen to return this. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10.
Hey, let's go.
ETN gets it on the draw. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, and they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And they managed to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by the rookie that time, Demetrius Knight. About set, this is 3rd and 5.
Hey, easy, route.
Lawrence in the pistol. He throws a bullet to the center. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's That's now a second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard
So
line.
it looks like it'll be second and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. The Bengals playing themselves to a lead here in Paycor. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Right in 12. Stop.
Now Burrow. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 32-yard
From the gun, a give to Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Looking to throw, Burrow. Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
11.
Third and short, it's Burrow. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Jeff Okuda with the INT. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's first and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. They'll cobble together a yard there. It was the all-pro who hauled him down, Trey Hendrickson.
That could be a risky call backed up deep in your own side of the field, but I think the right call, man, Kate. If that defense was flying to the receiver that fast, they could have got to the runner even earlier.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Running back sent in motion. We give here to the motion man. We will have this to up around about the 15-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Jaguars, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Jaguars, first down.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
It's now second and 6.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Hurt down. 60 by 6.
Drawing up the design keeper. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Dax Hill up for the stop. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2.
Hey. Hey, I'm gun.
Here he is on third and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their third. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Starts the return at the 34. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Gun. Stop. 11.
On the ground, Brown. Running in the red zone. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but but go get explosive on the ground as well.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10.
Lisa 24.
Now it's Lawrence. Escaped. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Easy.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. Stopped after a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals will take over as he reports his first interception of our season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw. The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, it kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, Lion.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. A stoppage now for an injured player as we see, it's Travis Etienne who's in some visible pain and needing to look at from the training staff.
Hey, easy, Ralph. Hey, Soko, hot.
Here's the first carry for Raccoon Talent. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after what looks like a yard gain. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Rip, 23. Hey, tomato. What?
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Getting out to his left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down. On the play fake. Sends this to the end zone. And the coverage holds up. Nicely done. They were tested. They knocked it away in the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Red on red. Hey, Soko, hot.
They'll give this up the middle to Dillon. On the move into the red zone. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for the Jaguars. First down. First and goal.
Dillon can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Running for it, it's Elliott. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Hey, Ginger, here we go.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. They tried for the end zone, but no luck yet, Brock. That forces 4th and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away.
Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. On his little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. Maybe a little panic here. Maybe they feel like they have to. Down 2 scores. Look at this. Lining up for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Gun.
Burrow setting the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's where the best tight ends will get you.
Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard
Here we go.
line.
180. 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Here we go. 180. Right up. Stop.
They give now to Piron. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bengals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
23.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st down. New set of downs from 37.
Red on red.
Lawrence with it on 1st. Incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. So backed up a bit following the penalty. It's 1st and 20. Run again. Here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one was intended for Travis Hunter. And now they face 2nd and long.
Hey, go! Here we go.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. They give him 9 on that run. Now they've got 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throwing his Lawrence on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to try with ETN. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion!
Lawrence working from the gun. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Hey, run! Go, let's go!
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Jaguar football, but this slate, that lead, likely too much for them to overcome. Just a yard left to go on second down.
We're at 23.
They send a tight end in motion. On play action now, Lawrence. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be out of bounds at about the 7-yard line, partner. That's where they're going to be set up for this first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run, ETN. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the first and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Lawrence now off the play action. He's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. They're real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him up.
Yeah, it's time for desperation.
And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. McPherson at the point after. And he pulls it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. Point after left on the table. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Red on red.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars get it back to within 2 possessions. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars drop the lead back to 13. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And the Bengals hands team does its job recovering that kick. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow on the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That is Caleb Ransall. And the Jaguars have some new life in the fourth. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
All right, let's go.
Lawrence in the pistol. Connects with the open man downfield. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now within one score in the 4th. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Brooks now on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I like that, Kate. It just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go.
Straight ahead they go with Piron. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Now shotgun handoff to Brown. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Trying for the deep ball. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals stretch into a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
Gun. Stop. Right, 11. Stop.
Setting them up the middle. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
47. Jaguars 35.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Rolling left, buying some time. He's going to run for it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. So he gained 11 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Here we go.
They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. To throw here on 1st down. On the move, headed right. Took off with it again. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal.
He's going to throw it. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in.
And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Jaguars, first down.
Here we go, here we go.
ETN gets it on his own read. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. And that's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, break.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the
From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. Kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Going again on second. Completes it to his back. McQuint Allen. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On third down, they're going to Dillon. And they catch it behind the line on the outside. Some great range there by the defense to force fourth down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
That one splits the uprights, and the Jaguars trim the deficit down to 5.
42. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Here's Piron. And it looks like they give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's third down now.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
It's caught. Chase has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down carry for Brown. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. Back to the line they come, second down. They're going to pass it here. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Stop.
Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And as This is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
So in the jungle, the Bengals